Welcome to Free to Cook. In this episode we're going to be cooking paella. Paella is an amazing Spanish dish that is easy to make and absolutely delicious. This recipe is for a basic paella. The best part of this dish is you can add so many different things and so many different flavors. So play around, give the dish a couple goes and find the combination you like. To start off with, we need to heat up some charcoal. I'm using clean heat charcoal. It burns hot and it burns for a really long time. Then we want to heat up our stock. Add a pinch of saffron. This will add flavor and color. Heat up the stock until it starts to simmer. I can't stress enough that making your own stock makes a huge difference with this dish. You can find my recipe for homemade stock on the channel and I'll post the link in the description. And also when we add the stock to the rice later, it takes less time to cook. While the stock is heating up, it's time to prep the other ingredients. For this paella, I'm using sliced chorizo, 1 diced onion and red pepper, 1 cup of beans and peas, 2 diced chicken breasts, 10 prawns or shrimps, you can leave them in the shell if you like, and also our stock. To start cooking, place a paella pan over the heat. You can use a normal pan, but getting a paella pan makes a world of difference. Pour in some olive oil, then season the pan with a pinch of salt before adding your chorizo. As the chorizo browns off, it'll release some of the oil and fats that'll add a whole lot of flavor to this dish. Once it's begun to brown off, add a tablespoon of garlic. Give it a minute for the garlic to cook off, then add your chicken. Make sure to move the meat around so it doesn't stick, but you want to leave it so it browns. After around 3 or 4 minutes, add the diced onion and red pepper. Cook these through for 5 minutes or until the onions begin to become translucent. Add 2 bay leaves. I'm using G-Fresh's great range of spices and dried herbs. Then add your beans and peas. Cook these through for another couple minutes. Next, add some fresh thyme, followed by half a tablespoon of G-Fresh paprika. Stir it all together. Then evenly pour across the pan 1 cup of uncooked rice. I'm using medium grain rice, but if you can find bomba rice, make sure to use it. Stir the rice through so it's covered in all the flavors. Next, pour in your warm chicken stock. I've added close to 2 cups. Mix the stock through the rice, making sure it's covered with the liquid. The saffron we added earlier will add an amazing flavor and color to the rice. Bring the stock to the simmer. Then place your prawns and shrimps on top. You could also add mussels, squid, or keep the prawns in the shell. The choices are endless. Cover the pan with alfoil. This will keep in some of the heat and steam so the rice can cook. It should take about 15 minutes or until the rice is just about cooked through. Do not stir the dish at any point because you want the paella to create a nice crust at the bottom. How good is that paella looking? When the rice is mostly cooked through, it's time to take it off the heat. Cover and let it sit for 10 minutes before serving. There you have it, paella, an amazing Spanish dish that's easy to make and absolutely delicious. This recipe is for a basic paella, so you can try adding all different types of things and all different types of flavors. Let me know in the comments what kind of things you like to add to your paella. If you found this recipe helpful, don't forget to share it, subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and if you have any recipe suggestions, leave them in the comments.